What is going on today, guys? We are back for another episode in Hydroneer. Now, big thing, got my computer set up. It is all ready to go with the exception of just a couple pieces of software I got to put on it yet, but it's all up and running. We are playing on ultra settings, and so far so good. The only dips in FPS I get are when I mess with the gems or load anything into the truck. So that's the only real dips I get. Occasionally there's also like a little bit of a loading chug, but other than that, everything is good to go. So I got a couple things to mention here quick. First of all, I went to try to add my iron bar to the stuff that was in there, and it yeeted the hell out of here somewhere. I have no idea where, but I lost about a 700,000 hydrocoin bar. So now we're down to just 373 left. So I'm not sure where it took off to. I went to put it in just like I normally do. I just walk over here to drop it in, and I went to do that and it just poof, gone. I have no idea where it even went. I didn't even see which direction it took off. All I saw was it go flying, and I'm honestly not even sure where it's at. So anyway, all the iron we got now is just 387. So yeah, it's kind of a shame. That was a lot of a bar to lose. And like I said, I'm not sure where it went. It could be just laying out here in the water somewhere, like this chunk of iron ore that apparently at some point yeeted out there as well. But I'm not sure. I really didn't check around too much. I mean, I looked like straight back over here, but I don't know where it went. I'll probably do a little bit of looking around on the shore, kind of like this, just walk along and see if it's in the water somewhere. But I've been driving back and forth uh, to town right now, and I have not seen it along the way that way. So yeah, I'm honestly not sure what happened to it. Like I said, for all I know, it could be laying like right like that little chunk of iron was somewhere just right along here. But I haven't looked too much. I just just kept going with what I was doing because I got a lot more done off camera now with the new PC. So as far as the new PC goes, this thing is running absolutely perfect. I got it capped at 60 FPS now, and like I said, it doesn't dip. I can turn on both. I can turn on my Goliath setup and run it, no dips. Can turn on the RAMs, no dips. So it's fantastic. The only problem I have is, like I said, when for some reason when you're loading stuff in the truck, you get like a chug, or the FPS drops when you get a lot of stuff in it. So anyway, and another thing is with the gems. Oh man, I forgot to clear out the gems for a while, and I had 48,000 in gems sitting here. Oh man, did that make the FPS drop. But anyway, got our gem pile. This is basically the money that I've just gotten from gems so far. So 132,000 in gems now. But anyway, let's go check out the Goliath setup because I expanded on it now. I actually finished putting in the rest of the conveyors and added the David and Goliath down here. So we are fully set up all the way down. We have not got this set up, or this side set up yet. The only thing is we're going to end up having to stop it right here because of this wall. So I did not finish that up, but we have everything else ready and in here. This is as far back as I'm going. I probably could have expanded it one more back, but anyway, we have 27 of them in now. So yeah, that's quite a few. It's a heck of a setup now, and you know, we still got to add to this side yet. But anyway, 27 of them in here now. The conveyor belt runs a bit slow, obviously, because we have like, I don't know, 50 or 60 long for conveyor. Probably about 60 long for conveyor. So yeah, it runs pretty slow, but let's go ahead and we're gonna power it up. I also reran the pipe for the conveyors, so I junctioned it off here. This one runs just the Davids and Goliaths right here, and then this other pipe runs just for the conveyor belts themselves. So I've shut off for each of them now. Mainly the one for the conveyor is just going to stay on, but the one for the Davids and Goliaths it's nice to have so you can just shut them off and clear out the system. But anyway, let's fire it up so we can check it out and see how it does. Whoops. There we go. And now let's kick these bad boys on. They're all turned on, so just flip the switch and away we go. And yeah, like I said, 27 of them running now. It is fantastic. Huge setup, but as you can see, the conveyor belts get a bit slow here, and almost to the point where they like don't move much at all, but it ends up working just fine. I wish I could boost the power a little more. I might actually try to put another power boost thing just before we get to the conveyors, but otherwise I'm not disappointed by them at all. It works pretty well, as you guys can see. It slowly chugs them up here, and then the blocks, basically by the time they get up here, it's pretty much a solid line of blocks that come up. So the system handles it just fine. The computer handles it absolutely fantastically. So a couple things with the computer. One thing I do need to do is I do need to get more RAM for it. I'd like to upgrade this to 64 gigs of RAM, and that's kind of the one thing I need to do yet with it. And as far as streaming goes, I need to get multi-monitor set up before I start streaming with it. But anyway, like I said, the computer's great. It took me quite a while to get everything transferred over, make sure my saves were intact, and then get all the rest of my software, get the drivers going. And the worst part was I had to figure out my microphone. I could not figure out why I could not get my microphone working right. It was reading my microphone, but the audio just was not there. And it ended up being some goofy sound setting, and I need to turn up the gain for it. So it's going to be a little bit of playing around with the microphone to get it exactly right. You guys will have to let me know how the audio level is. I kind of listened to it a little bit. I did a bit of a testing period with it. I probably took about an hour to get it to where I thought it was relatively decent as far as game audio versus my voice audio. So you guys are going to have to let me know how it sounds on your end. But like I said, I got it to where I thought it sounded about right. I mean, at least to my ears. So you guys will have to let me know. I can tweak it around a little bit yet. But the main part was getting all the software installed on the computer, making sure my saves were intact and placed in the right spots, and all sorts of stuff like that. I still have to put in my editing software in my thumbnail maker yet, as far as software goes, but otherwise it's up and running. And as you guys know, I'm recording now, so fantastic. Like I said, it's staying at a solid 60 FPS right now. No dips whatsoever, even with all the lights and all the blocks and everything running. It is doing just perfect. So I cannot complain right now at all. But anyway, there's that little bit of a loading chug. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure exactly what that is. But anyway, lots of shard bars went into this. I actually took the saw to our giant shard bar and cut them up. So yeah, but as you guys can see, 27 bars for the Davids. Then I think I got another 8 for the pressure valves, and yeah, 35 shard bars that are at least, wait, maybe not 35. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so 36 actually. 36 shard bars that are at least of 100 weight. So most of them are closer to 200, but lots of shard power in here now, that's for sure. I made a couple holes. I was actually debating I was actually going to run a pipe up through here, and then I thought maybe if I ran pipe straight down here from the surface and then brought it back, but then I decided, you know what, that's just way too much pipe. That's too much of a project. I'd just run it split off there. But anyway, we got this nice hole right there for dropping stuff down, and that's how I fed everything down in here. And I gotta say, that worked absolutely fantastic. We've got lights all the way along both sides. Now I still have to put in all the concrete foundation down here and get the lights actually set up on there so they're not like clipped into the wall and stuff like that. But, and I still also need to, I'm gonna dig this side out a bit more yet as well. But so far, it's pretty good. So we got a bit of smoothing out, I guess I'll call it. I don't know if that's what you want to call it, but a bit of smoothing out, bit of oh, what do I want to call it? What the hell is the word I'm thinking of here? Oh, Christ, I can't think of it. Anyway, optional stuff to get done. I mean, we really don't need to put the concrete flooring in, but I'm going to. So I guess I'll just call it optional extra. But I'd love to stick concrete flooring out another block out from here and actually get this all carved out as well. So on both sides I'd like to have it too wide from the conveyor. So lots of that to do. That's actually what we're going to be doing a little bit of on camera today while this setup runs. And another thing that's really nice about this setup is I can actually run my RAM setup at the same time. However, I don't like to do that because it creates hundreds of them little gems that are just, I don't know, just a drain on the FPS when you go to pick up the bucket. So anyway, we're not going to run that right now. I'm going to look into getting, apparently there's a mod for making it so you don't get the gems. I'm going to be looking into getting that because honestly, we don't need gems. I mean, right now we're just kind of running this to basically get ourselves a huge setup and see what we can actually push the system to. And I really don't care about the gems. It's not like we need money. We don't need any for making any sort of crafting stuff. So it's just kind of no need for it. And I don't know. I'd like to put that mod in and get rid of the gems. But other than that, we are going to get back into some crafting stuff. So as far as this goes, we do have to remake our axe. I got us basically a 35 weight bar here. So we're gonna take that and we're gonna make ourselves that battle axe so we can get the blunderbuss. Now, as far as Cloudium goes, we almost have 100,000 bar here. So we're at 89 at the moment. I do want to wait to make the blunderbuss till it is 100,000. But one thing we actually can do is we're going to take this bar here, and this is 1.33 million. We're going to split it in half, and I'm going to actually make the candle with it. And then we're also going to make, then we're going to take the other half, split it in half again, and we're going to make the necklace with that and see what's worth more, the necklace. And then we also want to get a bar that's similar size. So we're actually going to not do this right now, but we also want to get a bar that's basically similar size and make a ring out of basically, well, let's see, it's going to be like 66 and change, so 660 and change thousand, 666,000 we'll call it. So we want another gold bar that's roughly the same size. So what we can do is we can make one candle, one necklace, and then one ring with the gem and one ring without a gem. So we're gonna go with that 666-ish thousand mark. Now, obviously I know I could split these in half again, and then we could do all four right now. But I almost want to make them 1 million each, just because I want to, you know, now that we got this system up and running, this thing's pumping out stuff left and right. And once we get that thing to get rid of the gems, then we'll be in even better shape. We can actually expand on a RAM setup and just have a monster setup. Because eventually I wouldn't mind having this RAM setup run, you know, quite a bit further yet. But, or even stack them up on top of each other here. And make just a monster RAM setup too. That would be absolutely fantastic. And then again, just pump out the hydrocoin, not like we need it, but you know, just for making like huge money stuff, just for the fun of it, I guess. But like I said, we got a bunch of stuff yet to do on here, so it's not like we're at all done. Like I said, we have tons of foundation to put in down here. We still got to expand the Goliath setup to the other side yet. Now, I'm not sure, but I think we're going to get 21 on this side. So it's going to end up being just shy of 50 Goliath. And honestly, I probably could tuck one more in right there, which might be something I do end up doing anyway. But, oh, come on, I want to get across there. And maybe to make it a full 50, I would actually put one more and expand this 2 back, because we have room for it. So expand this 2 back and make this just a 50 Goliath setup. That's what I'm actually thinking of doing, is just expanding it back a little bit further. And I'm also going to put in one more of these pressure tanks right here at the end. Probably stick it in, once we get it all the way back, stick it where this pipe would be. So, yeah, like I said, I would love to make this into a 50 Goliath setup. That would be absolutely fantastic. And then also go with like 50 Rams or even more yet. So, yeah, lots of work to be done. And gonna need some more repair kits here pretty soon. I've actually forgot to buy some. And I know I could wait till they fully go out, but I just like to, you know, deal with it right away whenever I can. So anyway, let's get this battle axe made up, and just like that. And this one's actually the right size. Oh, and our teapot did right itself, so that was absolutely fantastic. Very happy about that. Oh, for a minute there, I thought I was missing a hydro truck. I was like, hello? Where's my third one at? That would have been kind of funny. But yeah, as far as that iron bar goes, I will be looking for that yet a little bit. I mean, I really don't know where it even would have went. I mean, for all I know, it could be buried underground yet. It could be up in the air, just hanging somewhere. It's really hard to say, because I didn't see which exact direction it took off in. But I know I was pretty disappointed in that, because I think it was either 696 or 698,000. So it was a good one. And yeah, it's just gone. I've driven this road I don't know how many times, bringing back and forth stuff, but I've not seen it. I'll do a little bit more looking for it off camera, but I don't think I'll find it. And I guess it's not a big deal. I mean, we're getting quite a setup going anyway, so it's not like making the money's going to be a problem. It's just a shame losing something like that, because I was planning on doing some big crafting, but I guess it is what it is. So anyway, let's go ahead, and we now need to get our blunderbuss. So actually made this thing the right size now, and then we still do need to get some of the pipes and the spanner one yet done, but honestly I'm not too horribly concerned about it. I mean, yeah, if we wanted to, we could just take I think that's iron, so 18 weight iron bar and make tool bags. That's actually not a bad idea. It's actually not. Might have to do that. Oh, you just get up there. What am I like clipped into? There we go. And you aren't gonna stay up there, are you? No, you're not. Just sit there. Is it? course not. Alright, come on. Be quick. There we go. Be nice if the stuff would stay there. Stay put. But anyway, yeah, eventually we are going to work on... We'll probably... You know what we should do? We should actually do the toolkit one. Or the tool bag one. Because that's an easy way to save on having to go to the shop. We could just make them right there on the claim and not have to worry about it. And maybe we'll even work on making our own pipe too, because we're gonna need a lot more pipe yet. Specifically, we're gonna need, oh, I don't know what I think, like 20, probably 20 or so T-pipes, the same amount of straight pipes just for the Goliath setup alone. So we could actually put them to good use for sure. But we'll have to see. Maybe we'll actually do that. Maybe we'll make the rest of our stuff for that and just call it good enough. So anyway, next on the agenda is going to be making that 6-weight, or sorry, not 6-weight, just under 40 weight or whatever we get for that for the tool bag one. So let's actually see how much this bar is here right now. Shouldn't be huge. 160, so if we cut it into quarter like that, that'll give us 40, which is close enough for my money. 40/18, that's good enough for my money. I'm not going to try to make it absolutely perfect or anything like that. We're just going to say good enough and use it as is, and then we can get ourselves that tool bag one, and we'll actually check out making a couple tool bags, I think. Oh, that is so neat. I love it. I love it. That is awesome. Alright, let's go get ourselves that tool bag one. And then, like I said, we will work on getting the other ones. Like the other pipes and stuff like that. I think it's pipes, and then one is a spanner. So, yeah, we'll work on that, and maybe we'll, like I said, maybe what we do is we just get the schematics and make the rest of the pipes that we need out of the stuff that we're mining. Because honestly, money's not a problem. So, although we have used quite a bit, I think we used, oh man, I think we used almost 400K from that one big shop there. So, yeah, we've gone through a lot of money, that's for sure. Oh, shut up and drop the damn thing. It ain't gonna stay there, of course not. Why would it want to stay there? Can I maybe like place the thing or something? Like just hold it out, drop it. Oh, sweet, that's awesome. I don't know why I didn't think about that till now. But anyway, we have this now, so all we need is just an 18 weight iron bar. Now, I doubt that if we use a bigger weight bar, we're going to get more uses or anything out of that. Although that would be absolutely fantastic. That is something that could be really cool. Use like a, I don't know, just for this purpose. Use 1,000 weight bar and get, you know, I don't know. We're using an 18 weight bar, and what a tool bag has 6 uses, or is it 5? I think it's 6. I don't know. Let's actually look. I think I have a full one here. No, I don't. They're both halves or partials. So I don't know. Is it 5 or is it 6? Well, I guess we're going to find out because we're going to make one. But go ahead and add that to the pile. Now what we need is like a rack to hang these on. That's what we need now. Now we need a rack to hang them on, so we can organize them and stuff. But anyway, let's dump this out, and then wait till this gets to be about 18. So one more piece. That should be like 20 something now. 78. Holy crap. Okay. How big are these pieces? No, no. Shit. Oh, no. I want to grab a chunk as it comes out. There we go. How big are these? Oh, they're 3 1/4. Must be spitting out quicker than I thought. So anyway, 78, we need, what was it? 18. So we could split this down into quarter again, and basically we're going to end up with a chunk that's just shy of 20. So, gonna hello? Where'd my saw go? Okay, well the saw's gone, so we're gonna have to buy a new one of that. But anyway, okay. So the saw just decided to disappear. That's, I don't even know. I have no idea. Anyway, yeah. So that happened. Anyway, let's go ahead and make one of these and shut up and drop it. Alright. So this is, it is only a 5 use. Okay. So, alright. That's alright though. So say it's 5 uses for 18. That makes it 3.6 weight per use at minimum. So say you had a bar that was, just for easy math, 360 weight. It'd be nice if it scaled to the uses based on the weight. So like the 360 weight bar would be 100 uses. That would be awesome. That would be absolutely fantastic. But where is my saw? I needed to cut that other bar in half again. I'm going to make a couple more of these, or I want to. We're going to have to go get another damn saw. Let's actually spit out another bar before it gets too big. That's already, Jesus, that's 1100 already. Holy crap, that's a lot of sawing. So, yeah, I think what we'll actually do is we'll actually just feed this back in, and when we're ready to make ready to make more of these, like after we get back with the saw now, we're just gonna spit out a few bars every so often and then cut them down into like quarters or whatever. So yeah, no idea where the saw went. It just like said peace and disappeared. But that's basically what happened with the iron bar too. I just went to drop it in. There was no collision. I was standing up high enough above it so that wouldn't happen, because obviously there's still collision problems, but I wanted to make sure that nothing happened and just did it like I normally do. I'll actually show you guys when I get back there, now that we got ourselves a new saw. But yeah, there is no collision. The system wasn't running, so it's not like the bar would have collided with the chunk of ore coming out or any sort of goofy crap like that. It was just shut off, and I was trying to add the bar to make just to get the full bar done. And anyway, what I ended up doing was I just was standing here, nothing was running, and I stand right here when I drop the bars. So I'm up high enough, there's no collision, because even if I was over here, I'm still up above that. But the system wasn't running at all, so no chunks were coming through. And just did like that, and it just went just like the saw, just gone. So anyway, let's pop that out of there now. Now we need to make ourselves a couple more small bars here. So just let a few pieces run into there. That should be good enough for one. But yeah, we left the system running the whole time we were gone, and no mess. No frame drops except for that one little loading chug. But otherwise, this system is great. The computer is absolutely running like a champ. So no complaints by me. It was definitely well worth getting, in my opinion. Well worth it. So that one's 61 already. Holy balls. Did I grab that? No, I didn't. Okay. So this one just needs to be cut in half, because this was the one that was already at, what was it, like just shy of 40. So yeah, 1972 there. Pop that in there, make sure we grab the right one. And 1972 to there as well. Drop that in there. What do we got for bar weights here? 115, you can wait. You're too big. I don't feel like doing hard math right now. 71, we'll just split that in. Man, that is just shy of being able to split into 4. 51, that's a good one, just a chunk in half here. So close enough for me. I mean, I'm not gonna be too picky about it because, well, obviously it's pretty easy stuff to get. So drop the damn thing. Why won't you just put it down? Damn thing. Alright, so drop that. I wonder if we put a huge bar, like, could we make like a monster sized tool bag? That'd be pretty neat as well. Make a tool bag that's just like absolutely humongous. Yeah. I think that's gonna be enough tool bags for now because we don't go through them that quick. But yeah, we got some nice tool bags, and it didn't cost us any money. It was just a little bit of crafting, so that's fantastic. And again, we will work on getting the rest of the pipes. So the pipe, that's the only pipe we have at the moment. But what we need now is like a rack, so we can just hang them up. That would be fantastic. But anyway, I think that's going to do it for this video. Let's actually check out what we actually got out of here so far. So just in that little bit of time running, we got 194,000. Ain't bad. What did we get for shards? That's not too bad. Not too bad at all. So we'll be working on this again more. Maybe the next episode what we'll do is we will get ourselves the rest of them schematics made up. We'll go check, see what we need. And we might also work on getting the rest of the flooring put in here. I might work on that a bit off camera though. We'll probably do some of it on camera, but then I'll work on the rest of it because I'm gonna have to chisel out a little bit deeper on both sides and stuff like that. But anyway, this is running absolutely fantastic. I love it. So I'm very pleased about this. This is going pretty good, and even though the conveyor belt slows down as much as it does, no complaints because it's basically feeding them, you know, continuously into here, as you guys can see. It works out great. Whoops, missed. Give me that one. There we go. Works out absolutely fantastic because it's pretty much a solid line of them coming up. And once we get that other side filled in with Goliath, man, this thing is gonna be, it's just gonna be steadily running stuff through. So another thing is with that mod, with the gem mod, then we'll actually be able to run a RAM setup as well. Now the only problem with this setup is it does kind of drop stuff around. As you guys can see, there's stuff all over the ground. Stuff just falls through it, and I don't know, I almost don't even want to bother with the RAM setup, to be honest. I almost kind of would rather set up another Goliath setup just because of that reason. I mean, I don't want to be cleaning up that mess. I mean, look at all them little shards under there, and you know, this side as well, just little pieces everywhere. It's like, I don't know if I can be bothered to have to clean that up all the time. I mean, if he makes a patch that'll fix that, that would be absolutely fantastic. But I think until then, I'm just gonna not bother with the RAM setup too much, because like I said, I don't want to mess with that. I don't want to bother with that huge mess. That's just, I don't know. I just don't find that, how do I want to put it? Oh man, I cannot think of the words I'm looking for today. I don't want to put the effort into making that setup to just have to constantly be cleaning out under it. I mean, the RAMs work fantastic. It's nice to have that steady stream of stuff coming through, but if you got to clean that all up, because eventually that's going to get to the point where it's just going to become a drag on the system, uh, simply because there's just so much stuff under there. I mean, that little bit of stuff you've seen there was just from me basically powering on both systems earlier to see if my FPS would drop, and it didn't. But I might have run this system for 5 minutes, and there's stuff everywhere under it again. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know that I can honestly be bothered to clean up all that stuff. I mean, I would still like to set up a big RAM setup. Don't get me wrong there, but at the same time, can you really be bothered with the hassle of cleaning that up? Because shit, if we had a big RAM setup going, I mean, let's say we set up 50 RAMs. You know, if we set up 50 RAMs and we're already getting that much out of 16, you're going to probably be cleaning up underneath it every half an hour, just so you don't lose your frame rate. And I don't know. We'll see. We might do it anyway, just for the hell of it. But for right now, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to keep working on the Goliath, because the Goliaths are doing phenomenal, and obviously they're making us tons of good materials, so I can't complain about how them are going. But anyway, let's actually take a look at what we got total for shard left over right now. So we're just gonna pile both of them in there, and let's see what this bar is worth. Then we're gonna actually smelt everything else down together as well. So almost 5,000 weight in shards, which is great considering I just put, I don't even know, I'm not even sure what I actually put in down below for shard bars, but I know we put a lot of them in. So I'm just gonna smelt all these down together and see what we get. So grab this, see what we're at now. 500 and, wait, is that 500 or is that just 53? No, that's gotta be 539. Okay, 539. The 3 is just way over there. I see. I thought that was a 0.3 for a minute, but no. Okay. Yeah, I was about to say, did I miss something? And let's check out the gold. We should have a huge gold bar by now. Got to be at least 1.5 mil. Yep, 1.5 mil. That is awesome. So I think what we'll actually do is when the gold bar reaches 2 mil, we'll actually test out the price difference between them 4 things, and then we can just make nice even close to 500k bars and see how that goes. And as far as Cloudium goes, we are now sitting on, got to be a little over 90k. Ooh, just a little bit more, and we got our 100k for making the blunderbuss. That's gonna be awesome. So a couple more pieces to run through there, and then we'll have our 100k bar. So anyway, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully you guys enjoy the setup running now with the new computer. A lot less stuttery stuff. Looks a lot better, I think. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. Let me know on the audio so I can make sure I get it all set up right, and that way, you know, we're back to making some great videos. So anyway, thank you guys so much for being here, and thank you in advance for the feedback on the audio. I know I've had some audio issues in the past, and now with the new computer, we're resetting up the audio. So I appreciate your guys' support and your feedback on it very much. So anyway, catch you guys back for the next video, and thank you guys again.